Alright, I'm going to just jump off into this here on Indian Trace. Every once in a blue moon, I'm going to highlight the conclusion of some of the giveaways. And they're always happening, but I've noticed that many people, when they listen to videos and whatever, they watch them. They look at the artifacts that are found and they're not really listening, because there are 3 people here who are getting giveaways that I've done, laced them into my videos in the last couple months, and they've responded and made comments that earn some great North American Indian artifacts from eastern central North Carolina. There's 3 groups here, and I want to just highlight them because I had a note the other day that said, hey, what's going on with the giveaways? Anything going on? It's who won? What's going on? I don't ever really just broadcast there's been a winner and this is the winner and a lot of hoopla around it, but I will always send them out, and those people who are out there, you guys know, you can put a shout out, they definitely get them. From here to California, it just appears, just like when you find an artifact, it just appears in the ground in front of you. Same with these packages. I ask pointed questions and simple things, many videos, and this video could even be a giveaway video, not having to do with this stuff, but it could have to do with some other stuff. Let me show you, okay, first things first. We have 2 small groups on the left side. They're going out. I don't even know what state. This one down here I think could be going to Kentucky, but that's all I'm going to say. Not sure. It's got a really great group of pottery. Eastern Central North Carolina pottery. It's early woodland pottery. Late archaic pottery. So in terms of pottery, on every one of these groups, I don't have to say anything more when you see it. It's just great. But that's the dispensation it's from. Some woodland points, but a lot of archaic stuff, of course, for the stone points. And this is a great group. And this is just going to appear in the mail to them. Even if you're watching, you might not know if it's you. And then all of a sudden one day, there's a box. And that's the way I like it, just let it be simple. And when you just come upon a really nice day outside and you're just not expecting how nice the weather is, and that's like a package you get when you love the North American Indian. So these are some really great stuff. I never really have to give anything that's the bottom of the barrel. And the reason I do it is because I koi the well. Here's the second group. I think this one is going to, gosh, I don't know what state. But anyway, some great pottery here. As you can see it. And some great artifacts. Koiing the well. I have a deep well of a great collection, and to make the grade to get into my display collection takes some really high grade masterpieces, or just something I happen to love. There's a few pieces you're going to see here that I absolutely love, but it's time for somebody else to love them. This is a unique piece right here. You see the absolute face of Cortex right there, right? And they couldn't get it off in making this piece. There it is again. So they left it, and it worked for them. That's fun. I love that. I mean, that shows its utility. I love it. And some banded stone. This backdrop of brown's not so great, but hey, it's life. This is a great hide scraper. Look at this thing. Super piece. So, I guess you'd call him Frank. Is going to get this group, which is just super happy stuff. I mean, a long Guilford can keep everything pretty great. Now this group right here, this is a phenomenal group. The giveaway was one. That'll be traveling somewhere in the United States. Somewhere where it's really cold right now, which is a lot of places. Probably someplace like Ohio. First things first, I have it sort of organized. Let me show you something here, and I'm really happy for these people because, you know, I don't need it. I have more than I could ask and find great stuff, so I'm just out trying to find one piece out of 20 that I might add to my collection. Look at this crystal. And then there's a lot of stuff in this group. If you have a good eye and you know artifacts, you'll know what you're seeing in some of this stuff. In terms of not just pieces of rock, we're talking about some great scrapers. Put in your hand, you'd know what this was used for. You've got to get the fat off the inside of that skin so you can condition the skin. Got to do it. Polish on the back side of that. That is a banner stone. And although the person watching this probably knows who's getting it, hey, I don't care. They're going to get totally excited. They're so in love with the North American Indian and the stones that are the last signature of their life here. In a modern world here, postmodern. There's some things going on here. There's a great scraper. You can tell when something has been used for utility and its edges are worn. And I know the type of stone and rhyolite here. Cortex. That and that and that is plow marks. Okay, they weren't there. But if you had it in your hand and you're a human, a woman who's conditioning hides, you'd be able to tell that this flake of rhyolite, 13 days foot travel from where I live, west, just to gain this flint. This flint right here is also what this point is made out of. So it was a very important stone to them. And this point here, this greenish one, and this moving up in time, this little triangle, which even though it's a triangle, I think it floats back into the archaic period just by some of the other aspects on it. But we guess at best. Great scraper, hide scrapers. Look at that group. Just some materials and scrapers and banner stones. People have said, you know, how you do that? I keep a deep well. Have you ever had, you know, bass fishing tournaments out there? Once you catch your limit, say it's a 5 bass limit, that well is set. Then you catch bass, and you catch one that's better, bigger. Well, you koi the well. You let go of that piece, that bass. And for me, it's a piece that doesn't compare. And you're happy with the 6 bass limit, or the 7 bass limit, or the 5 bass limit, and you koi the well. That's exactly how it is with me and collection I have on top shelf. That might be, you know, might be 800, might be 850 pieces. But I'm able to let somebody else love these, have them, do what they want with them, because I gotta koi the well. And I've just found spiritually that it seems to be the best thing to do. So this is getting longer, but look at these pieces, and I don't want to rush it too much. What you're looking at here is the piece of the colonial clay pipe, 1700 era. I found those on certain sites. Isn't that interesting? Traded in. So these sites have been occupied for 3,000-4,000 years. Then there's a piece of soapstone here, hidden down here. Some type of something. Look at that piece. Of course, I can't forget I like the side lighting. Look at that. Now, a woman decided what texture, what type of weave basket they'd press it into, or what type of weaving that particular woman used for her basket was indicative to her. That's the way she weaved the grass basket. And then she pressed this clay into it and then fired it. Here's a fantastic hammerstone. I think it was also used for a spool for daily starting fires more than once. I do not think that they process nuts through here. You can ask me why, send me an email, but I really do not think so. I don't want to get into it. Look at these. I mean, this whole group here, if I can get a focus, is going to one. The time I've used on this, I probably won't pack these tonight. I don't care. I'm gonna take a break and not do it. It'll be enough to get this up and let people see where they can go if they listen. I have some other stuff that I need to find a home for somebody who loves it, who not just loves these stones, but can tell me why they love the people. Prehistoric North American Indian. Fabric of so many stories. 500 nations strong. So this is, to me, also videos that I am saying my goodbyes to these pieces. It's perfectly fine. And those of you out there who've caught the hint, who know who's getting it, it's your hello. And over here, it's your hello. Be what it is. Take a little extra time. I think this group's going to a fellow. All I can remember is certain comments. He was talking about the depth and the reach that we have if we want, or the ministry that we have in explaining or touching people as to how these affect our lives and how they're related and connected to politics. You know they are. It's bad body politic that destroyed these people's lives. And the modern North American Indians' lives, and still plagued them and hurt them. Use them. It's unacceptable. But it affects their lives. And you can find these stones, just keep them as stones and think it's just the people that are separate from all of what we have been struggling with, but they're not. My life and yours is affected by either good body politic or bad. So I keep it simple. Simple. What's simple? Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights is in itself fantastic thought. Drafted by people who were not without fault themselves. Just like you or me. Anyway, that's a really great look. It's worth looking at. Fun to check out in the evening. We'll figure out how to box that sometime soon. Hope everybody finds out there. That right there, that is Indian trace.